Hi folks, Pat here. Tonight's rant is about In God We Trust. But who exactly is the God we trust in? You know, if you follow the news, you've seen a lot lately about Mitt Romney and Rick Santorum's faith and religious beliefs being analyzed and scrutinized and ridiculed by the left-wing media. And that's okay because this is politics and those things are open to speculation and discussion. But it kind of brought to mind the President Obama when he ran in 2008 and how his religious views kind of received a pass from the media in general. Now, President Obama, all he has to do basically is say, "Hey, I'm a Christian," and that's it. You know, he doesn't have to go into anything beyond that about what he believes and doesn't believe in. You know, what theology is behind his religious beliefs, and to question President Obama's religious beliefs is something only racists do. So, anyhow, what's kind of interesting about that is Romney can't get away with saying he's a Christian because he's a Mormon. And Santorum can't get away with saying he's a Christian because he holds certain beliefs about contraception and whatever that people have a big issue with. Now, and the world is worried that he's going to impose his beliefs on the country, I guess just like JFK did. You know, when he was the first Catholic president, apparently it wasn't an issue then. Anyway, it brought to mind the 2008 campaign, and President Obama's belonged to Jeremiah Wright's church. Now I can hear keyboards clicking already with people writing me to say, you know, he disavowed Jeremiah Wright. Yes, he did. But remember, folks, it took him 20 years to do it. And he only did it when Jeremiah Wright's teachings kind of came to light. Now, there are a lot of good books, you know, out in the market, and one that I really enjoy is The Audacity of Deceit, and it's by Brad O'Leary. Now, The Audacity of Deceit was written during the 2008 campaign before the actual election, so it's a little dated. But really, I guess I wish it had received more recognition and more readership because it went into great detail about President Obama and you know what exactly President Obama was hiding from the country. And one of the things he was hiding was not just his membership in Jeremiah Wright's church, but because it's not the church itself or Jeremiah Wright even that's the problem. The problem and the root of the problem is black liberation theology. Okay? And for those of you who don't know what black liberation theology is, I really suggest you read a book like The Audacity of Deceit or just do a Google search on black liberation theology and you'll find out soon enough. But black liberation theology, the problem I have with it, and I realize I'm Caucasian, but the problem I have with it is it hates blacks. And that is blacks who are ministers who don't adhere to the black liberation theology beliefs. You know, if you're black and you're a minister or pastor and you believe in unification, you know, of races and peaceful coexistence and all these things, well, you're shunned by black liberation theologists and you're treated as a Uncle Tom or someone who's just saying, you know, things to make master happy. And that's a shame because, you know, I think this world would do well to have some more unity and cohesion among the races rather than have the races continue to be separated and have the black population used as such a tool by liberals. Now, black liberation theology again doesn't preach anything about unification. In my opinion, it fuels racial division and it fuels hatred, and it's a shame because these things don't have any place in America today. I'm not saying it's wrong to be a member of Jeremiah Wright's church. I'm not saying it's wrong to believe in the black liberation theology, but those beliefs and those types of churches, I mean, you know, they're not going to bring this country together. You know, President Obama is supposed to be all about bringing the country together, but he spent 20 years listening to black liberation theology. Not just listening, but being an active participant by not just, you know, going to Jeremiah Wright's church, but, you know, appearing in magazines with him, appearing in pictures with Louis Farrakhan, you know, with the people who, again, continue to preach racial division. And that's sad. And it's sad that President Obama and his beliefs, not just his faith, but his beliefs aren't brought under scrutiny. It's not it's not enough to say, hey, I'm a Christian. You know, if the Christian church you happen to belong to or have belonged to for 20 something years hates white people, preaches preaches that white people are still trying to hold down black people and that, the white people are pretty much the evil in the world. You know, you can't call yourself a uniter and believe in that theology. That's my point. So, I mean, maybe don't agree with Romney or Santorum's beliefs, but I don't think their beliefs are, exclude other races from participating or encourage the hatred of other races. I certainly hope that's not the case. Now, believe what you want to believe, and it's fine to discuss belief and to discuss those things, but let's hold everyone's feet to the fire equally. If we're going to put the Republican political candidates' religious beliefs under a microscope, let's do the same with President Obama's. Let's be fair and let's be equal, and let's let all things come to light, and then let the American people make an informed choice, which is not what I believe happened last time in 2008. I don't think it was an informed choice. It was a popular choice, but not an informed choice. And anyway, in God we trust is my rant for tonight, and I really appreciate you listening. Have a good night.